Idioms giving you trouble? We're going to look at a conversation using some idioms. But first, let's review the vocabulary. Kill two birds with one stone. We're not going to be killing any birds, and we're not going to be throwing any stones. This idiom means that you're going to do two things at once. In our conversation, the two are going to be at a cafe, that's the one thing, having their coffee and tea, and they're going to be doing some work. Those are two things done at one time. Keep an eye out for something. This means to be aware or to look for something. In our conversation, they're going to look for their server. Worrywart. Now, a worrywart is someone who is overly worried about something, like to be overly worried about being on time, fearing that something bad will happen. Maybe you're going to get yelled at or get into trouble. Call it a day. This means to say, we're done with work today. I'm going to call it a day. I'm finished for today. Wrap my head around. Now, wrap my head around means that there's a difficult thing that I can't just believe, or maybe I can't completely understand. It might be something difficult to understand, or maybe it's shocking, like, how did that happen? And it can be that you're confused about something. Well, isn't that can't wrap my head around it. Drawing a blank. This means you can't remember something. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Read between the lines means to look at something and try to figure out what it's saying. Maybe it's not saying it exactly or clearly, and you have to figure out what it's saying. The next three are fairly similar. We have smarty pants, a know-it-all, and a smart aleck. You can call someone a Miss Smarty Pants or a Mr. Smarty Pants. This is someone who knows a lot about the topic, and they go on about it and on about it. And you think, okay, Miss Smarty Pants, that's enough. I know that you know a lot about this topic. Someone who thinks they know everything about a topic, you can call them a know-it-all, because they like to share their information that they know. They want to say, look at how much information I know about this. You can call them a know-it-all. Now, these three things aren't necessarily bad things to say to someone. It's a way to maybe stop them from talking about the topic so much. And if you say it with a smile and you're happy about it, it's not going to offend them. The one that you could use as a negative is, and it's how you say it. If they're a know-it-all, oh, he's such a know-it-all. I mean, that's what you hate about this person, because he knows everything or she knows it all. So you would say, oh, she's such a know-it-all, right? You can express it with a little disdain. The next two are similar. A cheapskate and a penny pincher. These two things mean the same. It means someone who doesn't like to spend money. A cheapskate is one that won't spend their money on anything extravagant or anything special. Everything that they buy has a purpose. But most of the time, they don't want to spend their money on anything. And that's true for a penny pincher. A penny pincher is also someone who doesn't like to spend money. They count their pennies. So you could say, I'm a penny pincher. I don't like to spend money. This next one is a go-getter. Now, a go-getter is someone who really wants something and they go out and get it. And it's something that they're trying to accomplish, like maybe getting a job at an office, or they're trying to maybe get a promotion, and nothing will stop them from doing it. Are you a go-getter? I think I am. The next one is a gold digger. Now, you're not actually digging for gold. No, no, no. You are a gold digger. This means that it's a person who goes out with someone just for the money. Normally, a gold digger is, well, female. And this person usually looks for someone that's younger or wealthy. And they go after them for their money. And we would call that person a gold digger. Again, a jack of all trades. This is when someone knows a little bit about everything. For example, I know how to fix drywall. I can use a screwdriver. I know how to use a hammer. I can plant things in a garden. I know how to bake. I know how to cook. Oh, I'm bragging. That's called bragging. I can do this. I can do that. That's bragging. But it's an example of I can do a lot of different things, and that would make me a jack of all trades. So a jack of all trades is someone who can do a little bit of everything. Okay. Not my cup of tea. This is something that I don't like to do. It's like, nope, not my cup of tea. Okay. A goody two shoes. A goody two shoes. Not two and not shoes, not two shoes, no. Goody two shoes is someone who is always doing things right, or appears to do everything right, or seems like they're doing everything perfect. And they don't do anything bad. And they're called a goody two shoes. A party pooper. No, 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 no. Doesn't have anything to do with poop. No. A party pooper is someone who doesn't participate in different things. For example, if I want to go to a movie and my friend doesn't, I might call them a party pooper. If I want to go to a club in the evening and go dancing and my friend doesn't want to go with me, I would call that person a party pooper. An early bird. Now, an early bird is someone who wakes up early, like maybe 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. That would be an early bird. I'm more of a night owl. I'm usually up 1, 2 in the morning. So I'm a night owl. And the last one is a backseat driver. Now, a backseat driver is someone who tells you how to drive, and they're sitting in the back seat. Well, they might be sitting in the front seat with you, but they're telling you how to drive. Go slow, faster, stop. Do you know any backseat drivers? I don't think I know of any. I don't think I know any backseat drivers. All right, now that you know the vocabulary, we're going to look at the conversation. Now, the conversation uses a lot of idioms. When native speakers speak, we wouldn't use a lot of these. But for the purpose of knowing how to use them, I've put a lot in. Hey, now that you know the vocabulary, let's look at the conversation. But warning, warning, we do not speak in all idioms like in this example. I wrote this to give you an idea of how you could use different idioms in a conversation. So there are a lot of idioms in this conversation, but normally native speakers don't use that many. My advice to you is to choose ones that you like, that are easy to use, and have fun with them. Let's look at the conversation. I'm glad you agreed to meet me here for coffee. I just don't want to be in the office today. Well, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I brought the paperwork that we need. Oh, let me take a look at those. Oh, and just keep an eye out for our server. I'd like to pay her so we can leave on time. I don't want to get back to the office too late. Oh, don't be such a worrywart. I've brought most of what we need. And we can probably call it a day after we're done here. You know, it is Friday. And don't forget to tip this time. I won't, but I think it's your turn to leave the tip. Let me see the second page. I just can't wrap my head around this proposal. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too. I know what this is, but I don't remember what they want. Well, if we read between the lines, I think all they want is for us to do these three things, and that should be it. Oh, look at you, Miss Smarty Pants. I didn't realize you were such a know-it-all. Are you always a smart aleck? At least I'm not a cheapskate. I'm not a cheapskate. You're the penny pincher. Okay. Hey, what do you think of our new secretary, Lisa? She's a real go-getter. Yeah, she is that. She's also a gold digger. I don't think so. I think you're a bit jealous that she's a jack of all trades. Well, that's probably a little true. Fixing things isn't my cup of tea. You know, come to think of it, she's a goody two-shoes. Last week, she was a real party pooper. Jake and I took her out to dinner, and then we wanted to go to this new nightclub, but she didn't want to stay out past midnight. I think she's more of an early bird. She's always at the office first. And speaking of office, shouldn't we stop gossiping and get back to this proposal? Yes, you're right. Can you give me a ride back to the office? I walked over. Sure. Just don't be a backseat driver. If you'd like to download this script, go to EnglishFunZone.com. You can practice with yourself or with a friend. And if you liked this video, check out this one or this one. Those are also on Idioms as well.